Hey, be a squid and subscribe to my mediocrity.
How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about Pila scrolls in Black Desert Online. Now, if you have seen my previous video, we talked about relic scroll farming and how effective it can be at lower levels, which I think relic shards are probably the epitome here in terms of efficiency, abundance, as well as profit. So, in my personal opinion, I think relic shards are pretty good. Pila scrolls, however, I think are amazing, except for they're always like sold out, and it can be like a janky process because you have to purchase them at the right price in order to turn a decent profit. So example for me would be, let's see here. So we bought some ancient language scrolls for 57 mil pretty much, and we ended up selling them for 72 mil, but of course, you know, tax and whatnot, we only ended up making about 60 mil. So I paid 57 mil pretty much in order to basically only turn a 3 million profit. And keep in mind, I'm well aware that this is not how you do this. You're supposed to buy them at the lowest common denominator so that way you can turn a bigger profit, but I was just testing to see what exactly the profit would even be. So even at purchasing at that huge price point, I still managed to turn a 3 million profit. Now, the second issue with this is that the abundance is not very good, boys. It's definitely not very good. We did just get some registers though, however. So before there was like barely fucking there was not even 10 on here, but now there's 100. But as you can tell, they're selling at like the top prices, which whoever's selling at 1.1, like if anybody buys this, they're retarded. They're genuinely retarded, because there's no reason to buy this scroll at this price. Like, absolutely not. And even like these top 3 prices, there is no reason to buy these scrolls at this price. Like, it just never do that ever. I don't even know why this is even an option. But point being is that you need to buy them probably around 1070 at the very most. And at that point, you'll be turning a bit more of a profit than what I was doing. I think I had purchased them at 1.1 mil, and I only managed to turn a 3 million profit. So it's janky. It's genuinely janky. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in a bid for 1070. I'm gonna just throw up 50. That's 53 mil right there. If we can sell it, or not sell, if we can manage to pick this up for 53 mil, then we can turn this into a 7 or 8 mil profit, depending on relic shards, or not relic shards, mem frags and whatnot. Because sometimes you'll get a lot of mem frags and sometimes you won't get mem frags. So it's kind of up in the air as to how much you're gonna get with this. So we've already got 10, so that's looking pretty good. So that's not bad. Either way, you're not necessarily going to be losing a profit on this. You're always going to make a profit, but the whole point of this video and me discussing it is because whether or not the effort and time frame is worth the amount of money, and like in terms of returns. So if it takes you like 30 minutes to make 7 mil, like that's not, in my opinion, that's not really that great, especially when you have to keep waiting in between times in order to even remotely get to that. So it's a stop and go situation. You have to get 50 and then wait for another 50, wait for another 50, you know, it's just this process of wait, then finally you get to see some return. Which I guess in between that, you could do life skills, you could do actual active farming, going out to, I don't know, a certain spot and farm it up there. So I mean, it's not to say that there's not ways to keep yourself busy and active, so that way you're paying this off through the side and also waiting for the scrolls. But I just want to get to the point, you know what I mean? I want to buy what I need to, go do whatever, and then get it done, and then get back to the market, sell everything, rinse and repeat. I want it to be a quick and easy process. So this, in my personal opinion, is not a quick and easy process because of all the waiting I have to do, versus relic shards, where I can just buy a million relic shards and then end up turning like, you know, a 50 mil profit in a matter of 10 minutes. So that's kind of like, I don't know, it's a bit hit and miss here with the Pila scrolls, I gotta be honest. Okay, looks like we got all of our scrolls here, so we're gonna go ahead and start collecting. we managed to get 50 scrolls, which is pretty good. I imagine we can turn a 7 to 10 mil profit off of this, depending on RNG with mem frags. So it's gonna be up to that situation. You know how RNG is. Sometimes it'll be super great, and sometimes it'll just not be great at all. So now we're gonna start turning these into Pila scrolls, which at this point, I mean, this is probably like the most tedious process, just doing this hot garbage for a solid like 2 minutes trying to arrange every goddamn thing. I also realized that I had an extra scroll, so I'm always going to basically have one goddamn scroll that is never to be matched with anything unless I buy just a random 5, but I'm not going to do that ever because I'm a stingy bitch. And there we go, we have all of our scrolls, and I have the one singular scroll that I'm just going to put back into the marketplace, and then hopefully buy one at least. Oh, I'm gonna buy like 49 actually. You know, fuck it. I'm just gonna register like 49 and just see if anyone will sell me a goddamn 49 Pila fee bullshit. So people are, I mean, yeah, it looks like people are buying at 1070 now. So that's not great. So we're gonna put in another pre-order for 49 and then leave that there. See if that'll go through, and then we're gonna go handle biz with these scrolls. Okay, so a bit of an update of the situation. Apparently I'm a part of a fucking Pila scroll group, and this wasn't intentional. I just showed up and these people were like, hey, you want to join? And I'm like, well, I don't feel like dying, so I mean, yeah. So honestly, I have no idea where this video is going or what's happening anymore. This has just turned into a social experiment, I guess, and the experimentee is me, because this was not intentional by any degree. So yeah, this was something. Do I still get the quest even though oh, okay, so I do not get the quest. Got it. So I think what happens with Pila fee groups is that they have a chance, the boss anyway, has a chance to drop a mem frag, and then whoever is running the group will also get the quest, but the groupies will be the ones that are the, you know, just getting kind of the smaller scraps of the situation. So makes sense, I guess, because it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for, like, you know, one person runs the whole situation and we all just get like 10 mem. At that point we would all be rich as fuck, because every single one of us would have like fucking like 100 mem frags by the end of the by the session. So no matter how you look at it, this makes a lot more sense, but it's a lot faster, and we get scrolls done like as soon as possible. So I mean, hey, it is what it is, and hey, we got one mem frag, I'll take it. Once again, did not ask to be a part of this, but you know, I'm just happy to be here. All right, a lot has transpired since that whole situation. It's been an actual hour. The buffs, it's still fucking going on, goddamn. But yeah, it's been about an hour, and we made a pretty decent amount of money. So from what I gather from that information that I just did, you know, I didn't plan on getting in a Pila fee group at all. I just wanted to see what the net profit would be doing it solo, given the fact that I tend to play typically solo. So I wanted to just kind of gauge the effort that I'd be putting in. So from the group effort, I managed to turn actually about a 30 mil profit. So just off of my scrolls alone, I ended up making around 50 to 60 mil. And then off of just being in the party, I made an extra 10, 15, 20 mil, something like that, just off of mem fragments. So we made actually a lot of money. So if you're gonna do Pila fees, I highly recommend that you guys do it in a party, at least of 2 or 3, so that way you have a higher chance of getting mem frags just off of the boss alone. So that way you end up getting a little bit extra for what you're doing. So if you have 2 people in your group, and let's say you get a mem frag, you know, per scroll or something like that, and that everybody at least has 10 scrolls, and if you get a mem frag for each scroll, that's an extra like 20 million in your pocket off of not even your scrolls, and then you have plus your return value from your scrolls as well. So overall, it's a pretty huge return. So we're coming over to the marketplace right now. So as you guys can see, I listed 89 or 87 mem frags, and I think I listed them for 89 mil because of tax and whatnot. You know, we got gypped a little bit, but we ended up walking away with 75 million in profits, which is pretty good considering that I bought these scrolls for what was it, 53 million, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, so we also spent the 49 too, so there's also that I gotta do. But I believe we ended up purchasing, yeah, for 53.5 mil. That's what we bought these scrolls for, and we made a huge return with 75 mil. So it's pretty nutty. So if you're going to do this, definitely get a Pila fee group. At least 2 to 3 people, and you guys will be making money like crazy. And that was about an hour, so if you do this like for 2-3 hours, y'all are making some serious money. So definitely, if you're gonna do Pila fees, grab that group up. Shit, invite me, because I'm always bringing scrolls, so you know the biz. GamerTag's in the description. But anyway, thank you guys for stopping by the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.